Hi, I'm here to call out the hypocrisy of passing a Pride Month declaration. On April 16th, the National Institutes of Health, you all remember them, they were the people that we were told for years were the science. They put out a study showing that individuals who, quote, individuals who underwent gender-affirming surgery had a 12-fold higher suicide attempt risk than those who did not. In March 2024, the Mayo Clinic studied the effects of puberty blockers on young boys and found mild to severe atrophy in their testicles, which led one of the lead authors of the study to doubt the reversibility of the effects these drugs have. In other words, these boys were likely sterilized before they could even hit puberty. Another study out of the Netherlands, also in April of 2024, showed that most kids experiencing doubts about their gender grow out of that doubt before age 25. This backs up a study that was completed nearly 20 years ago that shows 88% of gender dysphoric kids grow out of their dysphoria as a result of puberty. That 20-year-old study also showed that nearly half of the kids who grew out of their gender dysphoria, turns out they were just gay. With our current state legislature actively pursuing policies like AB 1955, which encourages schools to treat every parent as a child abuser, as long as some member of the school staff declares the kid LGBTQ. This is all in the hopes of encouraging kids to take drugs that have a high likelihood of sterilization with the potential that they may choose gender reassignment surgery, which we now know leads to a 12 times higher risk of suicide. In the 2000s and early 2010s, drugging and mutilating gay people in the hopes that they would be something different than what they are, that had a name, conversion therapy. It is hypocritical for any municipality in the state of California to pass a Pride Month declaration when this state is actively encouraging young gay people to drug themselves, carve themselves up, and put themselves at a 12-time higher suicide risk. A Pride Month declaration at this time shows that the reality is you don't care about gay rights. You care about looking virtuous and demonstrating your own self-righteousness. And if that cost is cutting up and drugging a few gay kids, so be it. All right. Well, this is the first time I've been in the city council meeting in a while. I've been trying to follow along as best I can the last couple of months, and I wanted to address some of the more contentious issues that caught my attention. Well, I was going to mention the housing, but I think we've beaten that to death even just today, and I'm sure it's been discussed quite a bit. And the people that have actually discussed it up here are obviously way more informed on it than I am, and I really should be more so from the sounds of it. But the first thing I want to talk about is, I heard we're getting drones. So I saw a video, Chief, of the drones. They look pretty cool. Now, I know residents in Elk Grove love their illegal fireworks on 4th of July, and it has been a bit of a problem for many people. But Chief, don't you think drones are a little bit of overkill? I mean, I grew up in North Idaho, so just as a warning, if you fly drones over a private firework display, you might not get that drone back. Just saying. All right. Also, drone surveillance, on a serious note, drone surveillance will be a subject of potential Supreme Court lawsuits on the Fourth Amendment grounds soon, so tread lightly on that, please. The final thing I wanted to mention was the zoo. I love the idea of the Sacramento Zoo being in Elk Grove. I always dread taking my kids to the current Sac Zoo because of the parking situation. My kids are rambunctious, which I know is not abnormal, so I always worry about them running in the street and stuff like that. So I'm happy that it could be coming closer to home. However, even with my limited knowledge of finance, the math just doesn't seem to math. So I'm grateful to Mr. Spies for acknowledging that issue and calling it out for potential discrepancies in funding and financing the zoo project. The money has to be there. And the long-term cost has to be of net benefit to the taxpayers of Elk Grove. And one more thing on the zoo. If you need some kangaroos, I hear there's some courtrooms in Manhattan that seem to be run by them, so you might want to reach out. All right.
Always a pleasure, Mr. Thompson.